Good morning, afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is for you, I'm Cyclo. It's time for our Let's Play Train Simulator Classic. It's time for the second of the three Class 375 Electrostar scenarios that come with the South London network. We already played Delayed Southeastern. We're now playing Hastings Diversions. Tomorrow we're going to be playing Winter Troubles. So yeah, get ready for that one as well. This is apparently the easiest of the three scenarios, which is strange because the first one wasn't really that hard. So this is easier, I guess. I just bit my tongue. Don't do that. It hurts. So yeah, this is apparently the easiest of three scenarios. The first one was actually pretty easy, so I don't know how much more challenging this can be. We are driving via East Croydon, apparently to London Bridge. So let's go ahead and see what this scenario entails today while I try to heal my now bitten tongue. I'll see you inside the scenario. Why are the headlights not on? Seriously? Good evening, driver. Today you will be driving the service from Hastings to London Bridge. However, due to an earlier cancellation, you have been diverted via Redhill and East Croydon to make several stops. Be prepared for potential delays as the service in front is running 1 minute behind. Exclamation point? Or is that an L? I can't. It looks like an exclamation point. Please note that there is currently a speed restriction of 25 miles per hour until the start of East Croydon Platform 5. Oh. Okay, well this is going to be a very slow start here. Let's see what this special little service has in mind for us here today. So we're going to be safe to go immediately. So I'm just going to go ahead and get ourselves going right away because that's the prudent thing to do. Let's put the headlights on. Since apparently our diverted train doesn't already have headlights on, which is kind of funny. So we are currently limited to 25 miles per hour. We have to respect that. The 45 means nothing to us. Yeah, notice this still sits on 25, so it's definitely a restriction. I believe we have to make a passenger pickup at East Croydon, so we're going to start by doing that. There's the service leaving. Thankfully, we're being diverted to the yellow that we were expecting there, so we are now going to proceed to stop at East Croydon Platform 5. Once we get in far enough. Yeah. So it looks like there's a train up ahead, which might be... Yeah, there's a train up ahead on some track. That's part of the reason for the red right there. So we have to make sure we stop before that red signal. We cannot pass that red signal. This is why I'm easing my brakes down gently at this point. And now we're close enough to the signal that I do need to get that stop in. So let's get that stop in. There's our red right there, flat in the window. And doors are open at East Croydon, platform number 5. Next stop, London Bridge. Please note that the junction ahead is 25 miles per hour. Roger. So we're going to limit ourselves to 25 miles per hour. That's basically what we're being told to do, and that's what we're going to do. And therefore we're cutting off right before 25. I can go with just a tad more, I think, so I will do that. There we go. Actually, I could still go a tad more, because we can go 45 again, so we're going to have to take 45 now. And the 40, and then the 30. There's. 'There's. 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 I'm going to land myself at 40. There's no reason to go above 40 to 45 right now. So that's going to be a regular yellow signal with a junction indicator, I believe. There it is. Now that could in theory be a red signal up ahead. We do not know this. So the only thing we can really do is look out the window and see that flashing yellow over there in the distance. That is our signal. We're going to go ahead and slam those brakes down because we're coming to a 1 in 44 gradient here. I do not like that when I'm trying to slow down. So we need to get ourselves down a little bit below the upcoming limit to make sure we don't cross it. We're off that gradient, so we're now proceeding. And here's London Bridge up Slow Norwood coming up. We're going to stay on a non-platform line, I believe. We're just going to stay in the middle or off to the side, whatever the case may be. Yep. So we have a 60 up ahead here. But we're also on a flashing yellow. So that means that 30 up ahead, that's another junction. We have to arrive at Sydenham up fast by 1943. You can take a little speed right now. This should be Norwood Junction. We're shown as losing time now because we're slowing down for that 30, which is really annoying. This is probably the hardest of the 4 timings that we're being given in this scenario to meet. After that, we're able to go a lot faster, and we actually shave time off the other timings very easily. So if you can make this timing, we're probably going to be in good shape for the rest of the scenario. So here we go now up to full speed. And green signals. And we're now gaining time, which is where I want to be. So that was Anerley station. We're going to be coming up on Peng West, I believe, is the next station, followed by Sydenham, which is where we're going to get our Sydenham up fast timing target. Turns out I'm not gaining speed in that stretch because we're on a little bit of an uphill gradient, so I had to apply a little more power to try to get to full speed so we can get as much time as we can up towards our next timing target. We're passing this guy apparently. Look at this. We're passing a stopper London Bridge. So that was us in a previous scenario. We're now passing him. So So now we're coming up on Sydenham. I believe this is still paying west. I believe Sydenham is the next station. I believe Forest Hill is coming up in here as well before we get to Honor Oak Park. You can see that we got our timing goal, so the next timing goal is 2 minutes away at Honor Oak Park. So this is either Sydenham or Forest Hill. I'm not 100% on that, but we're going to catch up at the next station. I'll give you another visual flyby at the next station if I catch it in time. That should be able to, because that's between the platforms at the Honor Oak Park up fast. I think it's Forest Hill because the up fast probably means that the next station is Honor Oak Park. Control our speed a little bit because we're on a bit of a downhill. There's our timing. And I didn't get to the flyby as I was hoping to, because I had to control our speed in that downhill gradient. So much for a flyby. Maintaining the rules is more important. So our next timing is New Crossgate. I can tell you for certain the next platform at that timing is New Crossgate. So there is another station, I believe, before that. If I'm right, that's where Honor Oak Park would be. Let's poke our head out the window for just a moment. Get a nice look at everything going by as we come up on probably the next station. There it is. We'll go ahead and we'll pause very briefly, and we can see that indeed we're actually going by Broccoli. That's where we are right now. So we're currently at Broccoli. So the previous station would have been Honor Oak Park, because the next one has to be New Crossgate. So we're going to lower our speed to the 60 right now. At this point, we're aiming to be about a minute early for the New Crossgate timing, which means we could have possible slowdowns up ahead. We're going to have to wait and see. Don't speed. Here we are coming to New Crossgate. So just by chance, being early was a good thing there, because I was actually getting a little slowed down for that 45 up ahead. So we're actually doing really well on timing right now. At least I think I was early. I think it was 47 for the timing, but it might have been 46. In any case, we're doing good for our timing, which is what's important. We're going to proceed from into the 45, and the junction up ahead just changed. You see the 40 up ahead that just appeared with the 60 after it? So that track just changed ahead of us. So whatever was in the way is now out of the way, and we're now clear into that section, most likely. Now, we would not necessarily know from back here the junction was changed. We just have a bit of an omniscient view of this. So that's something that we can see from the HUD. Looks like the path into our stop is also being cleared right now, because I see a 20 up ahead. And I see the green bar indicating that is indeed where we're going to be stopping, because our stop is highlighted. If it was any other platform, it would not be highlighted right now. And it would mean that we had a red signal before that location. Looks like our platform is also the through platform. So stopping at platform 6, this service is going to continue to, I don't know, Cannon Street or Charing Cross or somewhere else beyond. Blackfriars maybe, I don't know. Either way, this service will continue without us. We can go up to 60 now. We're already destined to be early at this point, so I'm not too worried about timing at this moment. Just going to take advantage of a little bit of speed to get up to 45 again before we have to drop back to 40. I'm going to do that drop right now. So now we're back down to 40 where we need to be. Then we're going to have another chance to jump up to 60, which I'm not really going to have to take advantage of because we're going to drop to 20 anyway after that to make our stop. If it wasn't for cross these junctions, we could go likely 60 all the way through, but it's these junctions that really force us to slow down. So we have a green signal. We were being given the warning of that Morphous board for the 20 up ahead. That was the warning. You can hear indeed the green signal right there. And again, the through track, which ends at a buffer because why not? It has to. In the Chatham Mainline Blackfriars Dover Ramsgate DLC, that will continue to Blackfriars, but for us, it is the end of the road. That means that any stop at London Bridge is immediately the end of a scenario. It's not very likely you're going to see a lot of scenarios able to take advantage of enough of the space up ahead because it's not long enough to be able to do a emergency stop situation, preventing someone from crashing at the end of the buffer. So you're not going to really have a situation where you can actually go through there, unfortunately. A little bit more track they could have pulled off a case where you had to stop at a red signal, but that's the best they could have done. So we're pulling in our 15 mile per hour speed limit here. There's another train coming. I think that's the 456 coming, heading to Reigate. Hear that beeping there, another train closing its doors or something like that. You can see the green signal up ahead. We're going to disregard that green signal because this is a stop. We are done. But I'm going to pull through the end of the platform. As you can see, we are on the only real through tracks in this format. And we come to a stop here at the end of the platform at London Bridge. A few seconds late by... what's going on? Can I pick up passengers? Doors open. Doors open. Guys. Well, I hope that doesn't make me late doing that. Apparently you can't go all the way up there. Now I know. Okay, let's look at the train as we finish the scenario. So apparently pulling forward to that last little stretch of track is forbidden and illegal. We're going to have to see if that actually caused me to take a penalty there. I did stop within the minute, even backing up a little bit, so I should be okay. We'll find out in a moment if that actually penalized me or not. If it did, I'll have to come back and I'll finish that off camera. That should have worked. You saw that. It should have worked. It should have opened the doors there. So that's a platform error. And that is something that ideally should have been fixed before this DLC came out. So that's the first real problem I've really had with this DLC. Anyway, you've arrived at London Bridge on time and have given plenty of time for the passengers to connect to the other train. Well done. So it says we're on time. I'm going to assume that if we were, that would still say that because we're in a career scoring scenario. So in any case, let's see how we end up doing. It still gave it to me. So there you go. We're okay. I don't have to redo this. Whew. That was kind of strange, though, that I had to actually reverse in the platform in order to get the game to accept my stop. which makes me wonder if we were supposed to stop way earlier. If I was supposed to look for a sign to stop at, that would have actually allowed me to make the stop more easily. But can you imagine going as far as I did to stop and then not having a single door able to open? That means the entire platform was unable to open doors in that area. So chances are, even though I didn't take a look at it, chances are only the back car had its doors open to allow passengers on or off. Which, yeah, not normal. In any case, that's all for this scenario. We have a winter commute scenario still to do here. That'll be tomorrow's feature. So I hope you enjoyed this little shorty today, and we're going to go ahead and move to another fairly short one tomorrow. And then we're going to move probably to the 455 now that I know I haven't published those yet. So we're going to move to those scenarios after that. We have to redo them, though, if I've lost the video. But we're going to find out. I'll find out on my own whether I still have the video. But if I don't, I'm just going to redo it anyway because I can give you fresh commentary with it, so that's fine. In any case, I hope you do have a wonderful day, evening, or night, whatever you for your part of the world. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you tomorrow for this last 375 scenario. Then we'll move into new territory again. Or on, well, new trains, not new territory. So I'll see you for that. Again, that video will be starting right after this one on the playlist, assuming that it's published, which will be tomorrow if you are seeing this the day I post it. Other than that, have a wonderful day, evening, night once again. I'll see you for that next video in 3, 2, 1.